Hi guys, welcome back to Sensory Snapshots with me, Stella Parkinson, occupational therapist. Today we're going to be looking at ways we can use sensation to wake ourselves up and raise our alert levels. Welcome to my top 5 alerting strategies. So as we're discovering, sensation or sensory information has an effect on our bodies and brains, and it can change how awake or sleepy we feel. Last time we looked at ways we can calm ourselves down. This week we're going to look at ways we can use sensation to bring our alert levels up. So think about when you first wake up in the morning, before you've got out of bed. How awake we feel at that point isn't how awake we feel for the rest of the day. By the time you've got up, had a wash, had breakfast, maybe listen to the radio, look at your phone, our alert level will have changed. You're not going to feel quite as sleepy as you were when you first woke up. And sometimes people need more of this sensation, otherwise they feel sleepy and tired all day. For other people, they might just need more sensation at certain times of the day to wake themselves up. And that's what we're going to look at today, my top 5 alerting strategies. So I'm going to tell you about some of the best things that you can do to raise your alert levels and wake yourselves up. Number 1 alerting activity is movement. Have you ever noticed how if you're feeling tired, you start to want to move around more? When we're younger, especially when we're really young, we really wriggle and squirm. And that's basically young children telling us that they're starting to fall asleep, they're not concentrating, they need to get up and move around. As we get older, that tames down a little bit. So if we're starting to nod off and we can't get up and move around, we might just shift around in our chair or jiggle our knee up and down, that kind of thing. There's 2 reasons that movement tends to be alerting. First of all, generally speaking, you're not safe if you're moving to fall asleep. Imagine the world if we were walking down the street and people just start nodding off. Second of all, as you're moving, your muscles need oxygen, so our breathing increases. And as our breathing increases, oxygen gets pumped around the body faster, it goes to our brains and it wakes ourselves up. So generally, moving in a quick, unpredictable way is a brilliant way to wake yourself up. You could try star jumps, bouncing on the therapy ball, running on the spot, even just bending down and touching your toes and reaching up overhead. It doesn't have to be for long, but that quick burst of movement can be really effective at waking you up. Second on the list is crunchy snacks. So just as chewy was calming and organising, crunchy food can really wake your brain up. I know a school where they've been so successful with their crunchy snacks that children now have crackers every single break time because they've really noticed the carryover through into the next lesson. So if you feel like there's certain times of the day that you need that little bit of a boost, try to plan crunchy snacks into your day. You might want to have granola for breakfast, crackers for a break, maybe carrot sticks at lunchtime, and then breadsticks in the afternoon. You don't necessarily need to have them all throughout your day. I know for me, crunchy snacks in the afternoon really help because that's the time I want to nod off. Just as crunchy food can be alerting, so can cold food. So maybe think about how you can incorporate the 2. Could you have the carrot sticks in the fridge to give your brain that extra special boost, especially for times of the day that you really need it? Following on from crunchy and cold, we've also got sour and strong flavoured food. So as we're discovering, sensation is going to have either a calming or alerting effect on our brains. And if our brains think something's dangerous, it's going to be alerting. Generally speaking, food which has gone off or plants that we shouldn't be eating are sour flavoured. So we can use that to wake our brains up. Our brains don't know the difference between something that we've just eaten that's safe, but also happens to be sour, and something that's generally a threat. So can you plan sour snacks during the day if this is something you might find helpful? There are loads of different options of sweets which are fizzy and sour you can get. But I know someone who actually just prefers a slice of lemon. Now for me that would be too much, but for them it's just right, and it really brings our alert level up to where it should be. Number 4 alerting strategy is fast-paced music, or music with an upbeat tempo. Sound is another way our brains pick up danger, so we can use this to wake our brains up. Now everyone's different, but generally speaking, music like this is going to be relaxing, whereas music like this generally wake us up. And this might change day to day, so it's good to have a few different options depending on what kind of mood you're in. Number 5 alerting strategy is fidgets. Now the reason we use fidgets is it's a really good way of getting our number 1 strategy, movement, into our day, but just using our hands, so it's a lot more subtle. We don't need a whole body movement break, and sometimes that's enough just to tide us over until we do have a bigger movement break. Fidgets come in all shapes and sizes. As adults, we fidget with things throughout the day very subconsciously. We might play with jewellery, we might play with the pen lid or a hairband, or play with the change in our pocket. All of that is getting sensation to the hands, which wakes our brains up a little bit. Fidgets come in all different shapes and sizes, so it's good to find the one that suits you. Have a go with it, use it for a few days and see if it's making a difference to help you concentrate. As we discovered in the calming strategies video, deep touch pressure tends to be calming, whereas actually light touch pressure tends to be alerting. So that's something you could bring in with your fidget. You could have something of a softer fabric or a couche ball with lots of elastic pieces on. Then you'll be getting 2 different types of sensation in one. There we go, top 5 alerting strategies. I hope you find them helpful. Do keep checking the channel because I plan to bring out some more videos soon. We're going to look in more detail about what oversensitivity and what undersensitivity really looks like. I'll see you soon.